Inside Michigan Basketball is brought to you by Meyer.
We're not going to cry over spilled milk. We're not going to act like we're entitled. We're not going to act like it's beneath us. We got chosen for the NIT. We respect the opportunity. We appreciate it, and we're going to go out there and play because this not only going to help grow us out there on the court, but this is great life lessons.
Juwan Howard expressed that perfectly. Frame it and put it on a wall somewhere. Hi, everybody. I'm Ed Kongursky in Nashville, Tennessee for Michigan's second-round NIT game against Vanderbilt. We'll get to this one a little bit later in the show, but first we're going to talk about the women a little bit. The Wolverines in Baton Rouge, part of the Greenville Regional, as they begin their NCAA tournament fight against UNLV on Friday afternoon. This is Michigan's 5th consecutive appearance in the NCAA tournament, and they've come to expect big things looking for their 3rd consecutive trip to the Sweet 16. We'll also dive into that one a little bit later on. But first, back to the NIT. The semis and the finals will be in Las Vegas this year, perhaps a bit of a carrot dangling out there for teams and players. Michigan's postseason journey began Tuesday at home against MAC regular season champion Toledo.
The Wolverines playing without second leading scorer Jet Howard out nursing a lingering ankle injury. A quick start by the Rockets, who average over 85 points per game. Michigan turns it over and Raheem Morris scores. They race off to a 9-2 lead. Michigan answers in transition. Doug McDaniel, who played some high school football, looks deep down the middle. Then McDaniel from way out, draining one of his 4 bombs on the night. Tied at 18, the Rockets blast off with a 9-0 run. They force another turnover here. The ball is batted around, and Ray J. Dennis scores the layup. But Hunter Dickinson responds by clearing off the table.
Left side Buffkin driving left of the lane. Tough jump stop Baker, no, but Dickinson the follow jam right in front of the rim.
Hunter with authority. Then Kobe Buffkin takes command. Watch him switch hands and finish at the rim. A couple minutes later, Dickinson all by his lonesome with an uncontested rim rattler. Both teams close the half hitting 4 of 5 shots, trading threes before the buzzer. Baker from ultra deep and JT Shoemate for Toledo. The Rockets led this one 42-40 at the intermission. Michigan opens the second half with an 11-0 run on the strength of 3 straight long balls from Baker, McDaniel, and Buffkin hitting from deep.
Buffkin a 3, it's good. Michigan 3 threes from 3 different players.
They led it by 9. McDaniel, seeing the floor so well, drops it off to Hunter for the finish, one of his 8 assists. Hunter had 19 points, 9 boards. Baker was hot from start to finish, scoring a season-high 21 on the strength of 5 three-pointers.
You can't take it for granted, you never know when it's your last game. You never know when an injury might strike or even the COVID year when we didn't have the opportunity to play in the postseason. And so just an opportunity to keep playing was something that I was happy and thankful for.
Toledo kept creeping within striking distance, down to a 4-point lead. Buffkin, 3 of his game-high 23. Chiseled to a 3-point lead, it's McDaniel's turn to counter. These postseason games, great experience for guys like him. The Wolverines shot 58% for the game, made 13 of 23 threes, and held off the Rockets 90-80, their 3rd highest scoring game of the season.
Overall, though, you did a hell of a job of staying the course. Okay, you made some shots, but we stayed the course. You got some really good defensive possessions out there that we did, man. And then also the 1-possession box outs, okay? Offensively, obviously there's some things that we can clean up. Start with first being patient and keeping it simple. But overall, we stuck to what we talked about. Transition, we got in transition and made buckets, okay? We also threw the ball inside and made plays from there. And we shot the ball from the 3-point line very well. So continue the work, fellas. Continue the work.
It was a little difficult. Obviously, you want to go play in the NCAA tournament That's your goal. That's everybody. It's every team's in the country's goal. And, you know, when you don't make it, you feel, you know, a little down, a little disappointed. But, you know, we still got basketball to play. You know, there's a lot of colleges out there that, you know, aren't playing today. And so, you know, we feel blessed to be able to go out there and play the game of basketball, play the game we love.
It's more of a culture win. Coach Dewan kind of reiterated that a couple times. Obviously, our season didn't go the way we planned, but being able to come back out and being able to get a good win over a good team is good.
Explain to me what culture win means.
Just being able to bounce back. I mean, we could have sat here and sulked our heads and basically gave the game away and moved on to the next year, next season, what have you. But we were able to come out and come out strong and get a good win.
Up next, we head to Nashville for round 2 against Vanderbilt. And later, how the women fared in their NCAA opener in Louisiana. Inside Michigan Basketball is brought to you by Meijer. Make savings a slam dunk with Meijer home delivery and pickup. Welcome back, everyone. Michigan, Vanderbilt, playing for the first time in 20 years. These two programs just missing the NCAA tournament. And there's a Michigan twist to the Commodores, a state of Michigan twist. Their head coach, Jerry Stackhouse, once played for the Pistons. Kobe Bufkin and Jet Howard both out of the lineup for this one due to injuries. Early minutes, Yusef Kayat takes advantage of the start and drills a topside 3. A smallish but boisterous Vandy crowd got into it early thanks to plays like this. Tyron Lawrence with a tough drive and finish. After falling behind 5-0, the Commodores go on a 17-0 run to go up by 12. Colin Smith with back-to-back threes, forcing a Michigan timeout. The Wolverines settle it down. Doug McDaniel
Flings it up there. Yes, and a foul. Doug McDaniel going to work.
He cashes in a 3-point trip. Then Terrence Williams II working hard on the glass. Michigan with a 7-0 answer. Then McDaniel gets in a big-time zone. The freshman scored 3 consecutive buckets, including back-to-back threes of his own. Michigan comes all the way back to tie it at 20. Vandy gets a steal here, but there's a plot twist at the end. Lawrence goes all NBA All-Star weekend, except the finish. He whiffs on the super slam. Hunter Dickinson goes one-on-one. He whirls and twirls. Michigan leapfrogs back on top. The Maize and Blue up a point halfway home. Second half, Joey Baker with the drive and the step through. Then Hunter eating in the low post. He had only 4 points at the break, but scored 17 of Michigan's first 22 in the second. Vandy had no answer in the post, and Michigan took advantage.
Inside Dickinson, Banks scores +1. Malik Dia just got thrown into the fire, and Hunter Dickinson schooled him.
Dickinson paced the attack with 21. Every time it seemed the Commodores inch closer, Michigan buckled down. Baker with a wide-open jumper, his toe just on the line, 2 of his 11. Then watch the clutch floater by McDaniel. He finished with 19. Michigan led by 8 with a minute to go, but turned the ball over 3 times in the final 50 seconds, and Vanderbilt converted on each one of them, 7 points total. The eventual game winner coming on a goaltending call. Down 1 in the closing seconds, Michigan had a couple chances, but the ball wouldn't fall. The Wolverines come up short, falling in Nashville 66-65 to end the season.
It's just really hard, really tough to lose that way. You know, it's just, that's something that, you know, you watch when you're younger, and, you know, it's really exciting as a fan, but living through it essentially for the whole year has just been really frustrating. And I know the guys work so hard, and it's just frustrating the way we end up just giving teams the game essentially at the end.
It's consistent areas that we need to work on, but, you know, at least we know what we need to work on, so going into, you know, next season, you know, we could tweak all those kinks and be a way better team next season.
After the break, a word from head coach Juwan Howard. And later in the show, we're talking spring football. Hear from quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Let's hear from head coach Juwan Howard, brought to you by Meijer.
We turned the ball over, whether it's like 3 straight times, just a simple play, where one was a pass and the guy mishandled the basketball. Another one where cross-court pass, which was a tough catch for a player. And then the other one was another pass. Very uncharacteristic for us as a team. Appreciate the effort from our guys, and particularly being that we lost, two of our two-star players, and that's Jet Howard and Kobe Buffkin. Loved how our guys came out and competed, but at the end, in those possessions, that's really painful. When we talk about family, it's truly that's something that is not just a word with us. That I see the togetherness built on the fact that the culture, and you can easily have a team that can be so divided when things as far as your goals that you put out as a team hasn't been accomplished.
Hey, all the time you grow up as a little kid wishing and dreaming and hoping that you have an opportunity like you have in front of you today. Okay, it's a dream when you're a little girl watching basketball. Wow, if I could ever play on this stage. And you are having the chance to play on this stage today. You're going to record this and one day go back and your children are going to be able to watch. So if you get an N1 and go, ah! They'll think you were always like that. Okay, I got it today. All right.
The women faced UNLV in their NCAA tournament opener. The Runnin' Rebels ran through the Mountain West Conference this year, going 18-0 and also sweeping to a conference tournament championship. But they played only one Power 5 team all season long, and they got drilled by Oklahoma State. Power 5 number 2, the Maize and Blue, and it didn't go much better for UNLV. After trading baskets early, the Wolverines took off with a 17-2 run, bridging the first and second quarters. Leah Brown scoring 3 consecutive buckets during one stretch. She had 17 points and 7 assists. Michigan moving the ball well on this trip. Emily Kaiser got the steal to start the play and will finish with the bucket. She registered a double-double with 18 points and 10 boards. And you can't say enough about Maddie Nolan. The sharpshooter also scored 18, knocking down 7 of 10 shots, including 4 makes from behind the arc. The Rebels pulled within 3 in the third, but a 12-0 Michigan spurt shut down the comeback attempt. The Wolverines take it 71-59, their 5th consecutive NCAA trip and 5th consecutive first-round win.
It was a super competitive game, and really proud of our kids. I thought we came out and established ourselves early. I thought we set the tone defensively in the first quarter and did a tremendous job. And obviously these two next to me, as well as many other players on our team, really stepped up and contributed. And it's great to still be playing in March.
Can both of you talk a bit about, Maddie, yourself, what your confidence was like today, making 4 threes, and then Emily, can you just talk about what that brings to the team?
Yeah, well, first of all, I talk about it every time, I wouldn't be able to hit those without my teammates finding me on the floor, so, shout out to them. And, yeah, we talked about the whole year, I know the coaching staff, all my teammates have complete confidence in me, so it was nice to see a couple go down today.
Yeah, she saved us a couple times. When that score starts to get closer and closer, a 3 is huge, I think. It's just a huge momentum change. So Maddie hits those in huge moments. Didn't really miss a whole lot either today, so very helpful.
It's win or go home. We've found ourselves in this position the last 3 seasons, so I think that experience going into it is going to be huge. But we talk about it every day. Every win, we're going to celebrate it because you never know what's going to happen next. So we're just grateful for this one. Going to celebrate it and then refocus for Sunday.
So we're just going to play basketball, have fun with it. Who knows when? Obviously this is my last March Madness. But we've kind of told the team, who knows when you'll be back here. You can't take advantage of the moment. So go out there, have fun, leave it all on the court.
We were kind of projected all year long to potentially host too, and we lost a couple of games down the stretch. But we weren't completely healthy down the stretch too, and we didn't have our total team down the stretch. So with everyone back, I think our players really have that confidence. They also have that experience. We made that run last year to the Elite 8, the year before to the Sweet 16. That type of experience is something that a lot of programs don't have, and I think that really helps us as well, and it helps to give that confidence, obviously led by Emily, Leah, and Maddie, who have been there before. So I like kind of the position that we're in terms of we do have something to prove, and they're hungry and they don't want to go home, and they've been on this stage before.
The women move on to face LSU 7:30 tonight in round number 2. The Tigers 29-2 overall and 16-0 at home. We've got one segment to go. The Michigan hockey team battles for a second consecutive Big Ten tournament championship, and we check in on the happenings at Glick Fieldhouse. Inside Michigan basketball is brought to you by Meijer. Make savings a slam dunk with Meijer home delivery and pickup.
Let's go blue, hail to the victors, hail to the concrete heroes, hail to Michigan, the champions of let's go blue!
Michigan hockey was in Minnesota Saturday for the Big Ten championship game. Second period, freshman Rutger McGroarty scored twice in a 34-second span to give the Wolverines a 2-1 lead. Third period, 8:14 to play, 3-3 game. Dylan Duke in front, going down to score the game winner, his 17th of the season. Michigan wins the Big Ten tourney in Minnesota for a second straight year, 4-3 the final margin.
Back on Inside Michigan basketball, we wrap up with a visit to Glick Fieldhouse. Michigan football now halfway through spring practice. And what a difference a year makes for quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Last spring, the emerging quarterback split reps with veteran Cade McNamara as the two battled for a starting spot. That's not the case this spring, and with no distractions for the junior signal caller, J.J. couldn't be more excited.
It feels like everything's in harmony, and just like being able to be solidified as the guy, like it's a complete honor, and I'm happy that I've worked to get that position. But it's just been so much easier to be on the same page with the guys that I know I'm gonna throw to coming this season, and just building up the chemistry has been amazing. So definitely this spring has been great.
McCarthy added 12 pounds to his frame since the Fiesta Bowl and can't wait to see what the two-time defending Big Ten champs can accomplish this fall.
I have a solid foundation right now, and it's so much easier to grow upon that foundation when it's safe, secure, and just being able to know where I'm at. There's no I'm not in my head as much. Everything's happening so effortlessly now, and just with the preparation coming to this season, we still have fall camp to prepare for too, for the season, and it's just going to do wonders for me, and I just can't wait to see how the season plays out because of it.
On Friday, J.J. assisted his former teammates during Michigan's Pro Day. He helped out with the tight ends and wide receiver Ronnie Bell.
Early morning, come out here with the guys, put in some work. Coach Herb and the crew definitely set it all up good, and had a good day.
13 Wolverines showed off before NFL coaches and scouts ahead of next month's draft. After flashing a sizzling 40 time of 4.26 at the Combine, defensive back DJ Turner looked good during his field drills. Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin was certainly impressed. Defensive tackle Mozzie Smith is projected to be a top 50 pick. The 6'3", 323-pounder moves swiftly, although he still isn't 100% healthy. He worked out alongside Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year, Mike Morris.
Just see all my teammates that I grew up with here, doing their thing, doing what we came here to do, and I loved every moment of it. And I'm very thankful for Michigan for just setting up a very professional environment for us to perform. And it was something special today. I felt good.
A couple of other big fellas put their talents on display as well. Center Olu Olawatimi and tackle Ryan Hayes.
It was good. Just showed that I could move around and just show what I could do, really. Scouts wanted to just see me move, so, I was happy with my day.
It's definitely a little more pressure and stuff at the Combine and stuff like that. This was kind of a little easier on me. But it's good. I think Michigan prepares you for this moment. So I think the last 5 years prepared me to be in front of all these eyes. We do it every Saturday here, so it's a good experience.
And two-time Big Ten Kicker of the Year Jake Moody impressed everyone at Glick Fieldhouse. His kickoffs were out of the end zone, and he made 12 of 13 field goal attempts.
I feel like I didn't really prove myself at the Combine, so I just wanted to have another showing, I guess, in front of a lot of scouts and coaches, and I think I did very well. My miss came from 57, which obviously I wanted to make that, but then I followed it up with a 63, so that was a good way to end it.
We wish all the players the best of luck in their NFL endeavors. And don't forget the spring game set for April 1st at 3 o'clock. Well, that's our show for this week. That's our show for the season. We appreciate you watching all season long and certainly appreciate your passion for Michigan athletics. We'll see you again in the fall when the Wolverines embark on their 2023 season.